Steve, it's a bit late actually because we normally do a day or two afterwards, but my head was in bits as going live. We got some interference and the sound was terrible on the live.
Yeah, you know, we've had some good reports on the filming, but it was all obviously complaining about the sound live, and
the clang is invading.
Unfortunately, like you say, had some interference and it didn't happen, but the actual fights themselves recorded properly, didn't they? And so once they've gone up on our YouTube now, people can see them with the commentary. So I hope they have watched them, because there was some good fights. So if we just go through it, first fight of the night was Ellis Grant making his debut against Fons Alexander, and I thought it was a very controlled debut. And,
I thought it was very good, but that was, I only seen three fights. I seen the first fight, and then obviously I was trying to sort out the sound from that moment onwards until I gave up on the last two fights, and then I watched them and I thoroughly enjoyed the three fights.
Yeah. So Ellis was a great performance, very controlled for the debut, and a lovely jab, double jab, triple jab at times, and it's nice to see people using a jab, isn't it? Certainly on the debuts, they tend to go gun-ho, but no, it was a good debut, and looking forward to working with Ellis. And then the second fight was one of Nelson's lads, Lis Molen, who he controlled Naeem Ali, didn't he? I mean, it is hard to look good against Naeem because he doesn't throw anything back, but you know, he was as good as you could expect it, and he sold a boatload of tickets, and hopefully they'll all come again when he fights next. Third fight was Alex Patterson, and it wasn't an easy fight for him against Tom Ramsden. So Alex has not been matched easy at all, and you know, I think they shared one round. I think
it was a final round, maybe, wasn't it?
You know, it was a tough night for Alex, not as in physically himself, but trying to get his shots off, because Tom was banging around like a juiced up kangaroo, wasn't he, all over the place, and it was only in the last minute of each round where he was slowing down that Alex was starting to get to him and get his shots off. So another
but only in his fourth fight
for him,
to get him with someone with a winning record is and as you said, because of his amateur pedigree, we felt confident enough to do that.
And he'll be steps up next time. He's going in the right way, Alex. Fourth fight, another good display from James Devine. You know, Angel Gomez is a tough kid, and you know, he had to fight back against James because James was all over him, wasn't he? So
he's got a very decent style, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got an entertaining style, and you know, his fans will keep coming because he's never going to be in a bad fight, is he? Because he does take one or two to get his shots off, and it was a great performance against him. That Angel had to fight hard to keep him there. And then a loss with Ryan Dickens against Sergio Bompo, which you know, they thought they'd probably done enough to draw, but the overall consensus was that Sergio had kind of forced the fight and deserved the win. I think Ryan's shots were just, I don't know if it's wrong to say tippy-tappy, but they weren't really the power punches that you need to keep Sergio.
Respect with it.
Yeah. So again, that's a learning fight. Probably one or two more fights for Ryan, and have to go back in with Sergio and show that he's more than capable of beating him. Just didn't perform on the night, and that's a shame. The ultimate one was Matty Lenny against John Masquara, who's not a bad journeyman over from Colombia. He had a couple of upsets over there, hasn't he? But for Matty, it was like a marking time fight till he gets a big fight, which after beating James Moorcock, he's obviously due. So again, comfortable win for Matty, showing his boxing skills. And
I thought he was quite vicious in that as well at times, which was nice. You know, instead of just looking for that 6-round points win, he went out there and put it on the kid. And he's a tough man, that John Henry Masker.
Yeah, he's been in with a few hours.
He'll take a shot.
Yeah. And do you know what? He's big for that way as well, isn't he? You know, so
there's no way he's 21. That's what it says on
Is that what it
box
says?
rate.
It's 21.
It says it's 21 on box rate.
Right. Might be boxing for 21 years, something like that. Yeah, but no, it's just what Matty needed, you know, just to keep him busy, ready for the next one, and hopefully the next one's coming along soon. And then the top of the bill, wow.
That's all you can say.
That's all you can say. Wow, you know, Leon Williams against Jake Barton. It was a repeat where Leon Williams had knocked him out, I think, in the 3rd round. And after 3 rounds, Jake, for me, was comfortably winning the fight. Leon was like plodding through, not having any successes, and then boom, in the 4th here, drops him with a big left hook, the same one, and then I think again in the same round with a right hook. And you know, you wouldn't have complained if the referee stops it off with the first one. It was a bad knockdown, or a second one, or if Jake's corner didn't want him to go on, but he got up and he went through another 6 rounds, didn't he? And to be fair to him, I think he come back and won the 9th and the 10th.
And I think he won the 5th after being that was a really heavy knockdown. Both of them. The first one was a tremendous knockdown. And I think he come back and he won the 5th round.
Yeah, there wasn't much happening, but it was close, wasn't it? You know,
the knockdown was decided.
Yeah, you know, I think at the end it did look a bit wide, but he had three knockdowns. So there was one round with a 10-7, one a 10-8. So you know. Apart from them, and you say apart from them, because at the end of the day he knocked him down and deserves from there. It was
great fight, what a fantastic
and
way to round it. And it seemed like the majority of the people stayed, because at the end of the night it still looked like it was absolutely.
Yeah, everyone who stayed would have loved it, wouldn't he? I mean, he showed a big pair of cojones, Jake. You know, he gave it everything he could do, and. It was nice that he got to see the end of it, but you know, it was hard to watch supporting Jake, worried that something bad could happen to him, you know, and but he got through it, and like everyone was entertained, not just in that fight but with the whole show. So to start the season off, a little 7-fight card, I think we delivered for them, and you've solved the sound problem, haven't we? So
we've solved it, yeah.
Next show at Bolton is an absolute great card.
We're going to run through that in a couple of days.
Yeah, yeah, and the one in Blackpool the week after is a great card. So hopefully the people who's tuning into VIP YouTube boxing channel can bear with us and come back, and we'll be as close to perfect as we can on
well, like I say,
Saturday night.
All I can do is apologise. Partially my fault, partially interference. But
don't do it again, Owen.
We know we won't, mate. We're going. Bolton's going to be special, mate. I tell you, we've got a few things lined up for that show, and I think if they come off, it'll look special, mate.
Right. All right then, Lee. Thanks for calling in.
See you later, mate. Bye.
Ciao now. Bye.
For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.